I'm standing straight up, and that's a thistle. And this one's even taller. It really is summer now. What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Excuse me. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're here at Lake Julian Disc Golf Course. I did just finish a 10-hour shift, so I apologize if I'm a little on the tired side and my voice probably sounds a little bit raspy right now, but we're playing with a really fun selection of discs because these are this is what I assume would probably be my workhorses if I were to join Team MVP, Streamline, Axiom. First three, we have the Fission Time Lapse, Rhythm, and a Nomad. Nomad, of course, being the putting putter. And then we also have the Pyro and the Envy. It's really hard to go anywhere without me throwing a Pyro. I love the disc so much. And Envies are kind of unrivaled in that it flies like a putter, but flies as far as a mid-range. So it's a really cool disc. We're gonna play holes 7, 8, 9, 16, 17, and 18 out here. Let's see how we can shoot. I've got all gyro discs today. Starting off in hole number 7, par 4 position. We're playing to the longs. We're also going with Fission Time Lapse on a forehand because this disc absolutely bombs. The only reason I'm not throwing it backhand is because of the weird wind situation. So I think with this, if I just keep it on enough hyzer, it'll still hyzer back into the hill. I don't want it to go into the lake. That was easy, all hyzer, barely got to almost flat, and that's still 350-ish. That disc goes a long way, and you don't have to throw it hard to get it to go very far. That looks like a birdie to me. Easy does it. Not saying that gyro goes further, but it is the furthest flying disc in my bag, so maybe there's something to that. Long tee pad for hole number 8. We're going with the Rhythm off of this tee pad because a little bit of wind, a little bit of a breeze. I don't know if I can get a Pyro there because of the uphill and the wind, but it's a 7-speed, but the Rhythm goes really, really far for a 7-speed. Wow. I early released that so bad that it just slipped right out of my hand, and no more excuses. Let's play some golf. Did you know that the Envy's stable enough and has enough torque resistance you can kind of do a little bit of touch forehands with it too? But left myself like 25 feet, but the Nomad is flying or putting very similar to a P2. So I think I'm good with that distance. I think I might have misjudged the distance because this is not 20 feet. Hole 9 is in the short pin position, and we are not playing from the grass tee pad. We're playing from the actual paved tee pad. So with this tailwind, it's definitely reachable with the Envy. I just have to make sure I give it enough height. Yeah, just basically enough height. Make sure I don't put too much hyzer on it. Definitely not enough height, and you can see the wind playing with it the whole time. Probably another par, but we have a very long putt. Maybe we can make a birdie. That's a birdie. That's a birdie, and that was 18 steps, which means that was like 50 feet, almost 60 feet out. I'm sticking with the P2s for the rest of the year, but I'm seriously considering, am I just that good of a putter, or is the Nomad just that good? Long pad for hole 16, yes. I'm not throwing the pyro just yet. We're throwing the time lapse again on a forehand. It's about 375 to the pin, slightly downhill, a little bit of a breeze. Just pop it out there on a forehand hyzer. If I threw this backhand, it definitely would go too far. So forehand, I think it's just gonna be, this is gonna be one of my really, really good distance, like just hyzer forehand discs. And that reached the edge. That went 375, didn't push it too far, didn't hurt, like didn't throw too hard. That disc is absolutely amazing. If you haven't had a chance to check out the Fission time lapse instead of the Neutron time lapse, the Neutron ones are amazing, but the Fission one is kind of mind blowing. All these other 12 speeds, I got the same amount of distance. I got a touch more with the Neutron time lapses, but these Fission time lapses, I'm getting consistently almost 50 feet more of distance. It's so incredible. I don't know what they did or how they're doing it, but it's amazing, and I'm gonna keep throwing it. That's about 70 feet uphill with a headwind, so it makes sense that I missed. But this disc is amazing. Go check out a Fission time lapse if you haven't had a chance to. Also, Nomads. People are sleeping on the Nomad. They're really good putters. Hole 17 is when the pyro finally gets to come out to play. We're throwing a forehand. Because it's in the short, it's okay to throw a forehand. You're not gonna park it. You're just gonna have an edge of circle look if you throw it really well. Let's do that. Let's throw it really well. Give ourselves an edge of circle look. Kind of just disappeared. I don't know where that went. Sometimes I definitely would rather be lucky than good. I definitely got lucky through all of that. Good would have put me out there in the sun. Lucky puts me here in the shade. I'm happy about that. It's a little bit longer of a putt, but it's definitely still makeable. Yeah. All right. That is 2 pars and 3 birdies, 1 hole left to play. Let's see if we can get to 4 down. Hole 18, throwing the rhythm off of this tee pad. I'm actually gonna throw 2 discs. I'm gonna throw the rhythm. This is the one that counts per score. The time lapse, I'm not even gonna throw it at the basket. I just wanna see how far it'll go, and this is one of the best holes to see how far a disc will go. So we're gonna see that one right after this. Oh my, way too far. In case y'all are wondering, there is a bit of a tailwind, but the Mando sign and the basket are about 385, 395, and that cruised past in the air. The rhythm, if you haven't checked out a rhythm yet, those are absolutely amazing. Not gonna replace my Eagle yet, but if my Eagle ever becomes lost, definitely gonna probably gonna be reaching for rhythm because it flies amazing. Now it's time for ultimate distance. Let's see how far this time lapse can go. Didn't even connect with that one very well, but that went so far. We're gonna have to go check and see, but I can guarantee that's over 400. Honestly, with the wind going the way it is right now, I could probably get the envy to the Mando sign because it doesn't look like much, but it's at just the right angle to really help push your discs. Anyways, still have a really long putt to make. Let's go make another birdie. Well, there's the time lapse. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the Mando sign behind me, but we're like 50 feet past. This disc, like I said, is giving me like 40 more feet, 50 more feet than any other disc I've ever thrown. Absolutely incredible. But I still have to make a putt. Not from this one. From the one that's a lot closer. either my form is just clicking right now, which is possible, or gyro discs go further, which is also possible. It could be a combination of the two, and so I'm just getting like insane amounts of distance that I never had before, and I'm kind of enjoying it. It's so much fun to be able to just throw further than you ever could before. All right, make a putt. Oh, yeah. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, or even possibly a different manufacturer, make sure to comment down below. Definitely check out those comments all the time. Make sure to subscribe. So many giveaways going on, but they are only for subscribers, so make sure, keep telling your friends. I have a really big one going out at 1,000 subscribers. It's 5 discs. You basically get a starter pack plus 2. So make sure you're telling your friends, make sure everyone is subscribing, and until next time, see you out on the course.